Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking for a man. It's Fox. He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. They'll run it to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
There he goes. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the Cyclones back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Hauls it in. They will score! Touchdown, Cyclones!
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get past to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Looking downfield, it's Fox. It's complete to the right. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got his man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
The Huskies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Fox. Going for 6. Touchdown, Huskies. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Handoff to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. If that's the problem, are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Fox. It's complete to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're facing a 3rd down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Fox. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
down. They'll throw for it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Nice move to keep running. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Breaks the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. The Cyclones, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to him again. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 20.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Dumps it to the back. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Iowa State! All that baby in and strolled into the end zone for the score.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech looks like a legit contender right now. That offense is just having its way so far. They're up by 21 over Liberty. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, Dave.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They feed him again. Nice move to keep running. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Fox. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State sending the offense back out. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it down the left. Hits the crease. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cyclones!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Finally, on defense, looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that.
Intercepted, the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Fox. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Gets it out quickly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Iowa State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Looks like so far in this first half, they've done just that.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? 14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. The play action fake. He's got his man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And the point after is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Throws it back. Pocket breaking down. Good, solid tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Cyclones can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the outside. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Cyclones want to move quickly. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. This guy is just wearing them out. Another 1st down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the 1st half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the 1st half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Iowa State.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. Got his man on the right. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
21.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run play action. Moving out of the pocket. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
It'll be 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Hart. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like... Can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Uncorks one. Right on the money. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Hart.
Finds his man. It's Johnson.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclone!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
21. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Lawson. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Off-play action. Fires to the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give is to Williams. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Cyclones can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Iowa State!
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their first game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Well, coming out in the 2nd half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, a shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Huskies! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
28.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. They're testing the right side here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Hart. Now improvising. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught close to the marker, it's Little. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He wants to go deep. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Fox. He's not afraid to go deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. A really productive run. Gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Tosses to the quarterback. Forced out of the pocket. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's touchdown, Huskies. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Buys a little time with his feet. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Cyclones have pushed it inside the 20. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Powers forward. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Yeah, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He's going to fire deep. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got some room to run. The 20. Steps out of bounds right at the 17.